Zimbabwe's Mugabe ignores party deadline to quit. Zimbabwe's ruling ZANU-PF party has summoned its MPs to discuss the future of its leader, President Robert Mugabe, after a deadline for his resignation came and went on Monday. The deadline was set by Mr. Mugabe's own party, ZANU-PF. The embattled leader surprised Zimbabweans on Sunday, declaring on TV that he planned to remain as president. ZANU-PF says it backs impeachment, and proceedings could begin as soon as Tuesday when Parliament meets. In a draft motion, seen by Reuters, the party blamed the president for what it called an unprecedented economic tailspin. The public has poured onto the streets in protest in recent days, calling for the end of Mr. Mugabe's 37-year presidency. His grip on power has weakened considerably since the country's army intervened on Wednesday in a row over who should succeed him. The crisis began 2 weeks ago when the 93-year-old leader sacked his deputy Emmerson Mnangagwa, angering army commanders who saw it as an attempt to position his wife Grace as next president. Zimbabwe has since then seen huge street rallies demanding his immediate resignation. The protests have been backed by the influential war veterans, who fought in the conflict that led to independence from Britain in 1980. The group's leader, Chris Mutsvenwa, on Monday called for more demonstrations against the president's attempt to cling on to power. "We want to see his back now," Mr. Mutsvenwa said. "Mugabe, your rule is over. The emperor has no clothes. Thank you very much." The city is swirling with rumors that Mr. Mugabe is planning his resignation and that he may go back on television to announce it at any stage, and that Sunday's speech was simply about giving carte blanche to the military for what they've done. But we just don't know at this stage if he will give in to the pressure from the war veterans, his own party, and the public. Mr. Mugabe said in his speech that he planned to preside over the ZANU-PF Congress next month, a statement people here found baffling after the party voted to strip him of his leadership and kick out his wife. What is clear is that everyone here believes that the Mugabe era is over. Saturday's protests unleashed something and people believe that a line has been crossed. Now it is really about negotiating the time, the process, the choreography of Mr. Mugabe's departure. The fear of ZANU-PF and of the security services will not go away overnight. People here grew up with that fear. In the meantime, the streets are calm, but Tuesday may bring more demonstrations. What did Mugabe say in his speech? During the 20-minute address, the president, who was flanked by generals, made no mention of the pressure from his party and the public to quit. Instead, he declared that the military had done nothing wrong by seizing power and placing him under house arrest. Whatever the pros and cons of how they, the army, went about their operation, I, as commander-in-chief, do acknowledge their concerns, he said, in reference to the army's move last week to take over the state broadcaster in the capital Harare. He also said the ZANU-PF party congress is due in a few weeks and I will preside over its processes. Before Mr. Mugabe's speech, Mr. Mnangagwa was named as ZANU-PF's new leader and candidate for the 2018 general elections, while Mr. Mugabe's wife was expelled. So what happens next? After Mr. Mugabe's speech, ZANU-PF chief whip Love Mnangagwa was quoted as saying that the resignation ultimatum was unchanged. He added that impeachment proceedings could be launched on Tuesday in Parliament. This would require a two-thirds majority in both chambers. What's the reaction been? The War Veterans Association, which used to back Mr. Mugabe, now says it is time for him to step down. 37 years, you have had your time, you are toast now politically, association